Here. This is where his father fell.
The boy has never known the horrors of the Legion as we have.
No. I haven't.
Anduin.
How could you just leave?
Music can make a video game for me. If a game has poor music, it oftentimes falls short for me. For example, one of the reasons I love Final Fantasy is for its music. It oftentimes sets the tone for the story and the environments that you traverse through. As you saw at the start of my video, powerful music can do wonders for not only gameplay but the story. World of Warcraft is a beautiful game for its visuals, characters, but most of all, the music when you're traveling through Azeroth. There's never a time where I play with my music off because it sets the tone for the world and the storyline. Let's take a listen to this track in Crocun. Now let's listen to it with Turalian's voiceover to see how much music can really add to the storyline. Notice how powerful his speech is going to sound. This track played when I arrived on Argus, and the combination of good music and dialogue really brought me into patch 7.3 and gave me the goosebumps.
For millennia, the Army of the Light has waged war upon the Burning Legion. Battles, skirmishes, sabotage. We were committed to our cause. Either we would end the Legion's crusade, or they would end ours. When at last our final assault on Argus began, we knew we might not survive it. And when the Zenadar was hit, it seemed all hope was lost. But the light never abandoned us. It called you here and gave us another chance at victory. What we do with that chance, that is up to us.
So as you all just listened to, you can hear that strong dialogue and strong music can really make a scene. For instance, that whole cutscene wasn't actually in World of Warcraft. I took B-roll from cutscenes and combined it. But honestly, to me, that looks like something that they would use as like a story recap or something like that. It's just incredible how much dialogue and music can really flesh out a whole scene and make something feel just epic and powerful. I was talking about Final Fantasy earlier. One of my favorite games of all time, Final Fantasy 13-2, has one of my favorite soundtracks in any game ever. And honestly, every area you go to, the music is beautiful. Some of them have lyrics, some of them don't. And then the soundtrack is just so crazy and out there. I highly recommend you all just go listen to it. Even if you're not a fan of the 13 trilogy, I think there's some enjoyment to be had even just by listening to the soundtrack of these games. For example, we're going to go back to 13-2 for a minute. Another great example of good music setting the mood is A Dying World on 13-2. You go there and you hear Noel's theme, which is just a song that's filled with despair and dread, but then it's filled with hope at the end of the song. And that follows the story of what's going on in A Dying World during that game, and I loved it when I got to that. It actually made me tear up a little bit the first time I got to that scene in that game. What make Final Fantasy 13 made you tear up? Get out of here, 13 detractor. Let's take a quick listen to that while I'm in A Dying World on 13-2, just so you guys can listen to a little bit of the song.
Long ago, when I was just a boy, so how long then, last of my kind in the world, I believed futures could be reborn. I would go back in time, change what's to come.
The song's so beautiful, I hate to cut it short, but there you guys go, that's Noel's theme from Final Fantasy 13-2. Go look up the full video of it and give it a listen, even if you don't like Final Fantasy. You'll enjoy it, trust me. Another franchise with great music is the Sonic the Hedgehog series. Every game has a stellar soundtrack. The music really gets your blood pumping and it really makes you want to just run fast and puts you in the mood of the game. I'd be lying if I said I didn't listen to the music from the Sonic games while I was driving or while I was at work sometimes. The tunes are just so catchy, especially from the Genesis era titles in the Adventure series. So next time you think of video game music, guys, think of a lot of notable series that people love. Mario, Zelda, Final Fantasy, the Warcraft series. And notice one thing in common, all of these games have stellar music. Music can make a video game for me, and I'm sure many other people. If you guys enjoyed this video, let me know your favorite video game soundtrack of all time in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time.